Treacy Riiska CPA, specializing in tax preparation, proactive tax planning, and financial education to individuals and businesses. I grew up in Winsted, Connecticut, which is in Litchfield County. Beautiful area. You don't even realize it until you move away from it sometimes, but the rolling hills and the beautiful, especially at this time of the year. Really happy to say I've come from Litchfield County. Graduated from UConn in 1989, and then I moved to Stanford in 1990, and I've been here now 30 years. These are my two kids, Ryan and Caitlin. Ryan is 26, and he lives and works in the city for Ernst & Young. He was just early promoted to manager. He is also a CPA. And my daughter, Caitlin, she's 22, graduated from Penn State. She works for Horizons Media. She is a media placement advisor for the Capital One Group team. This is a picture of us going to Penn State 3 years in a row. We rented an RV and rolled across from New Jersey to Pennsylvania in our RV and tailgated for the weekend. Certainly missed that this year due to the pandemic. My brother and my sister, both CPAs. My father was a CPA, and all three of his kids became CPAs as well. This is Ginger in the bottom corner. She's our almost 14-year-old yellow lab. My professional background, I started at Deloitte Haskins & Sells, and then they soon after merged with Touche Ross, and I came down to Stanford to work for Cross Whiting, which I stayed there for 20 years, working specifically during tax season, and then issuing financial statements, reviews, and compilations for lots of different kinds of clients. I've worked with Alex Lionetti, a sole practitioner in Stanford, for about 8 years. He's been a really big supporter of mine and a mentor as I launched my own tax practice in October of 2018. So I'm officially 2 years into building my practice. How we help our clients is, our mission is to share our knowledge of the tax code to help simplify it for our clients and to give them the highest level of tax preparation and proactive tax planning services. We also take our job very seriously to help our clients keep their financial house in order. As you've heard me say before, we offer personalized tax preparation, proactive tax planning, and financial education. We stand by our core values: reliable. As you can imagine, being a CPA, especially in tax, there are tons of deadlines that you need to pay attention to. So it's very important to be organized and detail-oriented, professional, confidential, and passionate about what we do and helping our clients save money on taxes. We simplify the tax code for you. During this uncertain time, it certainly has become evident that we all need to build our team of advisors, and a CPA is one of them. You want to establish a relationship with someone who is an expert in taxation to help you not only with the annual tax filings, but also to navigate the stimulus packages that are being offered right now. And as you can tell by the last few years, tax policy keeps changing left and right, becoming more complicated every time they announce something. Don't get weighed down by the tax rules. That's our job. We spend a lot of time researching the tax code and are not afraid to do deep dives if we don't understand something. Don't assume that if you're doing the tax return yourself, or if you're not reading your tax return, that you're not leaving credits and deductions on the table. Make sure you have someone who understands the tax code to help you with your tax return. These are some of the tax preparation services we offer: preparation of individual tax returns, business tax returns such as partnerships, S Corps, C Corps, multi-state allocations for individuals and businesses, which can become quite complicated, simple estate and trust returns, and also gift tax returns. Always have a plan. We always have a plan. It's important to understand your tax situation, and that's how we identify what your tax situation is, by asking the right questions so that we can help you. We specialize in finding solutions to minimize your tax liability. We help simplify your financial life. We do detailed analysis of the tax code so that we make sure that we're able to help you in any way that we can. Tax planning services that we offer: selecting the proper tax structure for your business, which is really important. S corporations have become very trendy lately. They offer a lot of tax advantages that aren't available to, say, a Schedule C LLC, a sole proprietor. You can pay yourself a reasonable compensation, for instance, and then your bottom line is not subject to self-employment tax as it would be for a Schedule C. We calculate annual tax projections. That's tax planning season right now through the end of the year, making sure our clients don't have any surprises on April 15th. We're forward thinking to handle life happens moments. For instance, buying and selling your personal residence, buying and selling rental real estate, starting a business, buying a business, selling a business, all of those things have tax implications. So it's really important to establish a relationship with a CPA. Deferring income so you can keep more and pay less, reducing taxes on investments, and reducing taxes on retirement distributions, such as if you are required to take a minimum distribution, however, it's been tabled for 2020 due to the pandemic. You can do a QCD, which is a qualified charitable deduction distribution if you are philanthropic. So that way it your distribution doesn't get picked up in taxable income. Our ideal clients are businesses structured as partnerships or S corporations, so that we can look at the tax situation from a whole by doing the business tax return and also doing the individual partners and shareholder tax returns. We tend to focus more on service industries, construction contractors, doctors' offices, law firms, food caterers, business consultants, interior designers, gyms. One of our favorite is, of course, high net worth individuals that have multiple sources of income from pass-through entities, capital gains, rental real estate, all that kind of stuff. Multi-state allocations. Our proven referral sources are financial advisors, bankers at every level, relationship managers, lenders, both commercial and residential, business attorneys, obviously all types of attorneys. There's quite a bit of synergy. Business attorneys, if they are working on setting up an S corporation or a partnership, we can step in and help with the tax strategies and preparation. Bookkeepers, of course, another perfect synergy where it's great to have, I know from my end, it's great to have a great bookkeeper who is knowledgeable about how to manage someone's books, and directors of professional and networking associations for the other piece of my practice, which is to share my knowledge and go out and talk to different organizations. These are just a couple examples of recent talks that I've given. Your tax return tells a story, why you have to understand your tax return, even if your CPA does it for you. The 4-step process to getting out of debt is another one of my favorites as I'm developing my financial software to help folks pay off debt. And I just did this one recently. The perfect FICO score is 0. We all think it's 850, but really it's 0, because that means that you have no debt and you're living a life of financial freedom. These are some testimonials from happy clients. Thank you, Ray, as one of them. We like to help people on all types of situations, Schedule Cs, partnerships, S corporations. We ask the right questions so we can give you the right answers. And this is how you contact me. As most of you know, my email and my website, but please check me out on social media and Facebook, and that's me.
All right, we have time for a question, if anyone has a question for Treacy.
Treacy.
Yes.
Any silver lining with the COVID situation in terms of the CARES Act, and are there any tax benefits that people should know about that besides not taking minimum distributions?
There will be as we unfold. There's nothing that I know that's definite right now, but I know there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. I'm actually more concerned about the PPP angle of it, of how when the business owners have received this PPP and now they have to understand that the expenses they paid with those funds are not deductible. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fallout from that, so I'm not sure how they're going to handle that. So that's what I'm waiting for. And certainly when things come down the pike, I will definitely share it with you guys.
Okay, well, great. Thank you very much. I encourage you all to have a one-on-one with Treacy if you haven't already. She's got extensive knowledge, especially with complicated issues.